And obviously Passion and Warfare you've spoken about. I have to touch on Sex and Religion as well. It's one of my good friends. It's one of his favorite albums of all time. I love the mix of the heavy and the light on there. And how did you go about approaching making the record then on the back of the success of Passion and Warfare?
Well, I still kind of felt like I wanted to have a singer, a lead singer. And I started looking for one, and it was difficult, but Relativity Records, who I was signed to at the time, sent me a tape, and one of them was of Devin.
Yeah.
And he was a teenager at the time even, and I couldn't believe when I heard his voice, because I needed a singer. So I contacted him, and that's how we hooked up. And he came in to visit me, and man, he was bizarre, but he was extremely talented. Not bizarre. Bizarre isn't the right word. He was funny, and a teenager, you know. I mean, an absolutely incredible singer. And I kind of knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to put a super group together and go out there and create a record that had more accessibility than Passion and Warfare, but had vocals and also some compositional elements. So it wasn't like straight ahead rock and roll. Metal, heavy metal was just coming in, and I was being influenced by that through Devin. So some of the stuff was very, very heavy, but it was melodic. And I finally had a singer that I could work with. So I built, I mean, if you listen to that record, there's oceans of vocal harmonies and things like that. And Devin was great to work with in the studio because he was eager, and he was patient, you know. He didn't need a 5-star hotel and this kind of thing. But he was also incredibly talented in his own right. And that was kind of squelched in my band because I just needed him as a singer, you know. So I never really, I didn't know how brilliant he was as a creator, a musical creator, because I didn't allow it, basically, a little bit here and there, you know, but I had my vision, and I knew what I wanted to do, and we collaborated on some things, but it wasn't until later when Devin started making his solo music that I'm like, whoa, I didn't know that was there. You know, and because he is, in my book, a bona fide genius. He's as brilliant as they come at the thing that he does. And I think that his experience in my band was to a degree helpful for him in launching his own career and his own navigation of the studio, because he does all that too, you know, and he's incredibly prolific. But we did a tour, and it had its moments, you know. Devin was always entertaining, I can tell you that. You never knew what he was going to do. He was unpredictable, and he was bold. And he was, did I say unpredictable?
I think you did.
Yeah. And he would just do these crazy things. So it was constantly entertaining. I knew it was frustrating for him because he had so much to offer, and it was bubbling inside of him, and he was trapped in the Vai cage, you know, doing music that he, you know, maybe he does it, not necessarily what he would do, but he was a good sport about it.